Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group KAD1 for subject ADA4203, Management of Islamic Aqidah Issues in Malaysia. Okay, my group will present about Al-Arqam movement and how to prevent them from spreading in Malaysia. Okay, I will present my part, which is introduction and problem statement. For introduction, Al-Arqam movement was established by Ash'ari Muhammad in 1968. They practiced the Islamic way of life by forming the organization to attract the community. This is according to Abdul Rahman Haji Abdullah 1987. So they use Al-Quran and As-Sunnah as their mainstay to attract the people, to attract the public. They also held religious activities such as usra, lectures, for Fardu Ain classes, and the things that are essential in Muslims' life. Unfortunately, Al-Arqam movement was banned by the Malaysian federal government in 1994 for being deviant. On the surface, they may appear to follow Islamic principles, but the reality is many of their beliefs is contradict with Islamic teachings, and many people are unaware about this. Problem statement. Research on Al-Arqam movement is necessary because it may seem harmless and follow the Islamic principles, but many practices are being distorted by their founders and his followers. So if we look at this, according to Aurora, in Malaysia Today 2011 news, Al-Arqam, the banned religious movement, is still active with more than 5,000 members throughout the country and operating under different names. They have registered the movement as Global Ikhwan Sindiran Bahad. So as we can see that they use different names to propagate their teachings. According to News Al Jazeera 2006, Al-Arqam project its leader as a messiah who can forgive the sins of Muslims, which is contradict with Islamic teachings.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Arif bin Arifin, metric number 11911795. So I will continue our presentation with research question. Number one is, what is the definition of Al-Arqam? Second, what is the concept of Al-Arqam and their propagation methods? And the third, how to prevent Al-Arqam from spreading in Malaysia. Alright, so for research objective, number one is to identify the definition of Al-Arqams. Second, to examine the concept of Al-Arqam and their propagation methods, and the last, to suggest way to prevent Al-Arqam from spreading in Malaysia.
Now we move to historical emergence of Al-Arqam. Al-Arqam is a religious movement in Malaysia which is also known as Jama'ah Aurat Muhammadiyah, and developed their influence among various levels of Muslim society throughout Malaysia and some foreign countries such as Indonesia, Thailand, Brunei, Egypt, China, and many other countries. The name of Al-Arqam was taken from the name of the Prophet's friend Arqam bin Abi Arqam. In the beginning of their emergence, the number of members started with only 10 to 12 members in 1968. Then increased between 5,000 to 6,000 people in 1987, and this number continued to increase in 1994 to more than 10,000 people, according to the results of the Islamic Affairs Division of the Prime Minister's Department. This group spreads Islamic preaching activities through some major fields such as education, information, business, medicine, culture, multimedia, and agriculture. And the teaching of Arqam were welcomed by a number of people who believed that it was a superior preaching body before it was considered heretical and banned by the National Fatwa Council in August 1994.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Hidayah binti Zamri. Metric number is 1191804. So who is the founder of Al-Arqam? Al-Arqam was founded by Ash'ari Muhammad, a religious teacher. Ash'ari was born in 1938 in the state of Negeri Sembilan. He went to an Islamic college in the town of Klang in the nearby state of Selangor called Madad Hishamuddin. He got a CJ Sanawi Khalis from the college. This was a certificate for someone who had finished their lower secondary education in the religious sciences.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhaneli binti Fuzi, matrix number 1191793. I will present my part on fatwa related to Al-Arqam. There are two fatwa concerning Al-Arqam that have been issued according to the Selangor Fatwa Committee. On September 10, 1988, the committee issued the first fatwa, Fatwa Aurat Muhammadiyah Pegangan Darul Arqam by Ash'ari Muhammad. Based on the decision of this fatwa, the Religious Law Committee decided to forbid the book from being read, studied, stored, sold and spread. According to the Section 42(3) of the Selangor Islamic Religious Administration Enactment of 1952, there are issues were raised at the Selangor Islamic Religious Council meeting on September 10, 1988, and it was agreed that they be published in the Government Gazette. The second fatwa concerning the beliefs and teaching of the Al-Arqam group led by Ash'ari Muhammad was published in the Government of Selangor Gazette on August 11, 1994 to supersede the first fatwa published on August 4, 1994. The text of this fatwa stated that the book's manaqib biography of Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdullah As-Suhaimi by Muhammad Taha As-Suhaimi and Aurat Muhammadiyah Pegangan Darul Arqam by Ash'ari Muhammad both contains teaching, understanding that are contrary in Islamic beliefs and Sharia. As a result, it is now illegal to own, keep, print or sell the two books as well as to distribute them in films, audio recordings and other media.
My name is Nur Akira binti Zakaria, matric number 1191802. I will explain about the doctrine of Al-Arqam. Al-Arqam, also known as Jam'ah Aurat Muhammadiyah, is an Islamic organization in Malaysia founded by Ash'ari Muhammad. This organization spreads Islamic preaching in various fields such as education, business, health and others. Al-Arqam's teachings were well received by a number of people who considered it as a great preaching movement before being considered misguided and banned by the National Fatwa Council in August 1994.
My name is Azam bin Jasmine. My matric number is 1191785. Al-Arqam's doctrinal foundation made a major mention of the necessity for Muslims to engage in jihad. Initially, the term jihad was understood to refer to the moral fight that Al-Arqam member would have to engage in order to rid himself of foreign king, practice self-control, mujahadat an-nafs, and build inner strength. According to Ash'ari, this kind of jihad is required to assist Malay project a new Islamic identity and uphold morality. The goal was to show that, contrary to popular belief, jihad may manifest itself in a variety of ways other than just through writing and armed conflict.
My name is Nurul Asmida binti Hussein. My matric number is 1191801. Next, another doctrine held by Al-Arqam members was the coming of Messiah known as Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi was a religious person who would appear in the age of great confusion to fight against Islam enemies and restore a range of peace and justice. According to the founder of this group, Ash'ari Muhammad, Sheikh Suhaimi is not dead. Instead, disappear and he will appear as the Imam Mahdi at the end of time, and Ash'ari in himself will welcome him. He believed that the sign of Mahdiyan are in Sheikh Suhaimi who has disappeared. This group also believed that Imam Mahdi will come from the east. The east that is meant here refers to Malaysians.
The propagation method by Al-Arqam. Al-Arqam has gone through numerous stages in its development. The first part is to develop human beings and enhance oneself and family by congregational worship training. There are also constructs schools, medical institutions, media service and economic projects.
Al-Arqam also expand their influence through business. Al-Arqam products such as food, publishing material, and entertainment performance are well received even abroad with the use of the latest technology. Al-Arqam branch appeared abroad through the effort of Al-Arqam sponsored students who followed its struggle, especially to Pakistan, Jordan, and Egypt. Media coverage of Al-Arqam began to appear in neighboring countries such as Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and Australia.
In addition, other dissemination method used by Al-Arqam group in spreading preaching activities is through the establishment of certain bureaus. One of the example of bureau is Bureau of Enterprise. This bureau is said to be the main contributor that helped move the economy of this group. They set up factories to produce essential items such as chili sauce, oil and others. Although the society may not see the negative side of Al-Arqam through the establishment of these bureaus, because it seems that the establishment of these bureaus is seem to provide services to the society. But the society needs to be careful because it is possible that they have their own agenda where they want to influence society to follow their group.
Every Muslim in Malaysia is responsible for making the effort to eradicate the teachings of Al-Arqam, whether that effort is carried out on an individual or family level or with the help of government, religious or educational organization. First, individuals' primary responsibility in identifying, comprehending, and resisting heretical and deviation begins with the process of seeking knowledge. Empower yourself with the constancy of authentic Islamic talk so that you can fend off the influence of heretical. Second, each member of a family, especially the parents, must contribute to the cultivation of ideas that are founded in Islamic belief, Sharia law, and morality as prescribed by the Quran and As-Sunnah. Last but not least, when there are gaps in the administration and enforcement of the law, deceptive ideas like Al-Arqam are spread more easily. In order to prevent such unlawful behavior, law and enforcement play a role in strengthening the Sharia court institution and giving it more authority to handle Muslim concerns, particularly those involving heretical.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahira Atirah Nabilah binti Azizan. My matric number is 1190578. As the conclusion for our topic, various groups have emerged since the death of Prophet Muhammad that have posed a threat to Islam dominance. This group have used the name of Islam to promote the teaching that are odds with mainstream Muslim beliefs. The group of Ikram also has made effort to promote a normal and harmonious Muslim community based on Islamic teachings, and has also made contributions to economic development and religious education. And after we found out that the founder of Al-Arqam was motivated by greed and had a limited understanding about Islam. He had a limited understanding about Islam, which is leading to the false promotion practice that went against Islamic principle and caused confusion among Muslims. It is important to for the Muslim community to be aware of these deviant groups and their teachings in order to protect the integrity of the Islamic faith. And then the effort should be made to educate Muslims about the correct belief and practice of Islam, and to promote unity within the community. And then it is important also to recognize the positive contribution that groups like Ikram had made to the Muslim community, which also working towards rectifying any past mistake. The emergence of deviant groups and the challenge they pose to the Islamic faith are a cause of concern, and it is up to the Muslim community whether to remain vigilant and work towards preserving the purity and the integrity of the regions. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.